send your products online. So the step number one that we had is have a good product. And the step number two is to speak clearly. So now we are going to recap out of the series of steps that we're discussing today, 5 steps to present your products online. For that, we have the expert in the topic, Dr. Sonny Ahonsi, one of the greatest presented online in this planet today, and learning by actually doing it. I think that presenting online is the skill. So the more you do it, the better you become. And this is something that that we have been managed to do it again and again and again. So Dr. Sonny Ahonsi, continuing with the interview, the 5 steps to present your products online. What would be the step number 3 that every single one of you in your house should be doing in order to present your products effectively and grow your company?
Very good, Harry. It's been amazing, and in fact, I think I need to also emphasize that not just a physical product like the dome, like the GeoGlens, like the Diaqua, like the bioresonant device. We're not just talking about product, we're also talking about services. Some of you are consultants, some of you are trainers, some of you are coaches. It's exactly the same principle that applies. The same principle, nothing different. And a good speaker needs to be able to have a deep breath. They need to take a break when it is not necessary. Don't be like a university professor who just want to finish the syllabus. I used to lecture at the university, and it just so all the PowerPoint, whether the student understand or they don't. Take a deep breath, take a little break, and also that allows the audience to refocus their own attention as well, because a span of listening scientifically has been proven that it's not more than 20 minutes max. So anything longer than that, as a speaker, take a little break and allow your audience to take a little break as well. And I've taken a little break. This is what is called the time of respite. That's very important. So a good speaker, which is the third point, need to be able to hydrate. You need to hydrate. What do we mean by that? You drink
talking about that
a lot of water. That is amazing. When you drink water, what does it do? Number one, it helps you to reflect. Number 3, it moistens your mouth so that your tongue doesn't stick to your teeth. You're then able to speak clearly with clarity, and information is delivered to the audience in the way it should be pronounced and initiate. Clearly presented, enunciated, right? That's what I was looking for. So we have this machine here that is so powerful that it changes your ordinary water to hydrogen and molecular water. What does that actually mean? Well, with hydrogen and molecular water is good for people who got a lot of toxins in their body. People suffer from diabetes. It can be a very good source of detoxifying their system. It will help them to get not only helping for hydration, but it's also having some healing properties in the system. You can imagine anything that detoxifies your body from all different toxins that is built in. We're exposed to a lot of toxins internally, brought about by either by microorganisms, externally, the fume from the car, the fume from our cooking pots and everything else. So having a hydrated capability using clean, clear water helps. I also have one of the other products here, which is called the MediLive Sky Lifespan Card.
We have Soledad. Soledad got
Hi,
like
Soledad.
Hi, Soledad.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? This card has about, Harry, it has about 33 different applications. Use it to quantize water. What it does, it changes, it helps it helps you to create water that has given you energy, because the water we drink at the moment is dead water. Can you imagine you eating dead food? Can you just imagine that? The water we drink, by the time you go through the pipes and all the rest of them going to a tap, it's not good anyway. And the one you buy from the shop is totally dead, because you haven't even got a clue what process you've gone through, what chemical reaction that have been, manipulation that has actually taken place with those water. So when you quantize your glass, it energizes the water. And what does that do? It helps to not only hydrate you, it also helps you to detox your own system. I keep on mentioning about detoxification with the bioresonant detox and the benefit it brings about, with the water, the aqua, with the lifespan. You know why? 80% of the medical condition that we go through is caused by blockages of our airflow, of our whole system. So the more water you drink, you hydrate yourself, but clean water, energized water. That's why on the MediLive platform, we're able to sell quite a lot of this particular card. People just go to MediLive marketplace at medilive.co.uk, just place the order for your card, and it's as simple as that. We had a pediatrician from Manchester who had been using this now for the last 6 years religiously, Dr. Millie. He said to me, Dr. Sunny, that your quantum card is like a miracle card. I said, why? He said, whether it's tea, whether it's coffee, whether it's brandy, whether it's Coke, it actually helps you to regulate and bring it to the way it should have been done by nature. So it brings that manipulation, the alteration that have been done by human action back to its original formation. Do you know that water has memory? Do you know that? So that memory is actually brought back to the way it should have been by nature. That's why it is hydrogen, water with this, and that energizes it. I'll tell you another benefit of this particular card, right? This is my own experience, my personal experience, and experience of other people that have been using it. Do you know, for the environment, is very, very good. Excellent. Why? When you quantize your petrol, when you are putting the petrol into your tank, you put it on the nozzle this way, guess what happens? You can gain up to 30% of the consumption of that particular petrol.
Wow.
I remember myself and Dr. Suje, who were driving down to Birmingham. We drove to Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, and Harrogate, in Yorkshire. Traditionally, if I have actually driven my car in the past, on my way back, I will have to buy another almost half a tank, right? But this time around, when I quantumized, I wanted to try it. That was the first time when I got introduced to this particular product. Because I would try all the product on MediLive platform. I try myself, so I understand what it is. So I said to Dr. Suje, look, let's quantumize the petrol. He said, yes, we quantumize it. Do you know, for the 3 days, we drove around, and that petrol brought me back to London. Normally, when I fill my tank, it would take around about £100 to fill up the tank, right? And guess what? I will have to buy another, but I came back to London with still some margin of petrol remaining after about 800 miles to and fro and all around. Usually it would have been around about 630, 640, but So the card has about 33 different applications. Your vegetable,
Wow.
you can quantize it. Your food can be quantumized. Your drink can be quantumized. It just gives it the level of energy that helps it to harmonize with your own body, with your own structure of your system, making digestion and detoxification also facilitated in the process. So again, this goes back to the original thing that we said. The reason why we sell very effectively online, we have good products already anyway, okay? And we're able to communicate it clearly to people. And at the same time, what we are discussing now is hydrate, drink the appropriate water, water that is quantumized. That's the connection right here. And also you can use it for other household chores. I use it to, my sister uses, she when she shower,
wow,
she said to me, since she's been using the card, she has stopped losing her hair. No more hair inside.
Wow.
Yeah. For those of you, your husband, your wife, and the husband, you have to obtain it so that your wife doesn't lose her hair. And that blocks the shower bowl in the process. So there are 33 different uses of this particular energizing card.
Now, coming back to water, right? And this is everybody. Yeah, look at this, right?
Yeah.
So water, 80% of the body is consumed.
Made up of water.
Contain water. So
yes,
water is more important than food.
Yep.
We don't realize as humans what is the impact of that. But water is actually more important than food, right? Now, to drink the right water and to stay hydrated. It's a very, very important topic. And this, for example, I'll show you how it works. So you press you press this button, right?
Yeah,
twice. One,
yeah,
two,
yeah,
and then I release it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The battery's a bit weak.
The battery is a bit weak, yeah. But as you can see, it's already producing
hydrogen water.
It's already producing hydrogen water.
Hydrogen and molecular water, which is H2O plus O2.
Exactly. So as regardless the battery is already weak, as you can see, this type of water is what is doing. The product is bringing life to the water again, right?
Correct.
So it's making it and it has different functions. So if you press two times,
that's a hydrogen water.
Okay, hydrogen water. Let me switch it off.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay.
If you press it once.
If I press one time.
Yeah, that's a antiseptic water. You can use it to wash your mouth. You can use it to wash your face in every single way.
So one time is antiseptic water, right?
Yeah, antiseptic. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So as you can see, the amount of bubbles are changing. So if you press it one, it's antiseptic water. So you use it for external, right?
Yeah, correct.
And then if you press it twice,
then it's a drinkable
water, right?
Yeah.
And then
molecular.
Okay. And then
it's like water from atmospheric, environment, fresh, like a rainwater or mountain spring water that actually come all the way from Ireland or Scotland and Wales.
So basically, it's like drinking water from the river, right?
Correct.
Already with the oxygen and everything.
That's what I'm drinking right now to hydrate myself. My throat, my mouth is hydrogen water, energized at the same time.
Excellent. So remember the step 3 of the 5 steps to present your products online today is to be hydrated, right? You need to 80% of the body contains water, and so we have Goose. Thank you so much for liking the broadcast. Also, Moses and Angel have liked the broadcast in Facebook. Thank you so much for following the broadcast today. And we're going to go to the step number 4. To step number 4 of the 5 steps to present your products online. So far, we have a good product, speak clear message, be hydrated so you don't lose your train of thought, and you are physically complete in order to deliver your presentation. And now we're going to do to go into the step number 4. So what will be, in your opinion, Dr. Sony Ahonsi?
Well, again, we'll come back to point number 1, right? Point number 1, remember point number 1, have a good product. Point number 2, remember number 1, have a good product. Point number 4, have a good product, right? Now, you can see it is not just coincidental when we use that phrase, the mantra, yeah? Doctor in your pocket, hospital in your home. There's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have all these different products, they're like doctors in your own home. They're like hospital in your own home, but they're doctors in your pocket. Look, I have my dome here, for example, right? What does it actually do? Well, it helps you to harmonize your environment, because our environment is full of radiation, it's full of toxins, it's full of dirt, pollution. This dome helps to absorb, attract, reduce, or help us to manage our environment better than the way we are. Let's say I'm gonna have headache. I can just put the dome, for about 10-20 minutes. That headache will subside completely. That's what actually happens.
Wow.
Right? I also have here this at the back of my phone. You have anti-radiation devices. What that does to my phone, it creates a harmonizing environment. Not only harmonizes the environment, when you use your phone for a very long time, yeah, it gets hot. The moment you have this, it reduces the radiation and the heat.
Wow. Reduce the radiation that goes to your body.
To your body.
Excellent.
That's what the phone harmonizer does. And why is it so important? Well, it is important because we are surrounded with computers, with our Wi-Fi, with all the different gadgets. Yes, all these gadgets, they are brilliant, but they also have a lot of resonant effect that could be harmful to our body. Hence, we have to have preventative item like the dome, like the phone harmonizer, like the gel lens, that can be used to reduce the effect. These are not just things that we are speaking about just to create a system or a story that is interesting, but because they actually work. A good example was the ICU nurse. What's her name again now? Oh, I gave you the name. Not Gloria. Gloria was one of them, and also Edith. Edith is also another one. We also have Mohammed that actually using all of this. Antonia was the one.
Lily also used it, yeah, by the way.
Okay.
Lily used it a lot.
I just tell you the story of what actually happened to Antonia. When she was diagnosed of full of toxins, and she was advised to reconnect, throw away all her gadgets in the home, and rewire the whole house. Until she actually came to a MediLiVes clinic back in March 2021. So reluctantly, she bought some of the product, but when she took them home, within a few days, she began to see a lot of by high margin reduction in terms of the environment, toxicity. And when you're in an environment sometime, it's so unpleasant, it's so hot, it's so congealed. But what this product actually do, they harmonize the environment. They resonate better how we manage a lot of radiation that actually happen in our home. 80% of what we are suffering from today, different illnesses, are caused either by microorganisms or by radiation. We cannot help not being exposed to radioactive situation, because that's how our homes are designed. Our microwave, our telephone, our iPad, our television, our smartphone, our smart meter, all of them, even the environment itself, create a lot of radioactive property. The earth itself, because for us to resonate with the environment, we need to be able to. So all this does is to reduce those effects of what radiation actually do to our body. There are 7 steps for healthy living. Yeah, this is what I got from one of my presenter a few months ago. Raven, he said, quality water. Remember what we were saying earlier? Water that can be energized, yeah, energized and optimized. Quality water. Good sleep.
Good sleep. Wow. Let's talk about that one.
This bamboo blanket gives you enormous amount of sleep where you can sleep well.
Wow.
I used to suffer from insomnia, I personally, okay, for 8 years. Since I've been using this blanket since April this year, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I'm in bed with my dome, with my gel glands, all of that. I'm gone till the morning. And if I want to optimize that, I set it on stop insomnia. So I have everything around me, right? All the different products, just like some people will have methanol, paracetamol, ibuprofen. I know a lady who actually, takes about 30 different medicine in a day. Can you imagine this? And he's been doing that for so many. So you can imagine this. What MediLive is doing is bringing together good quality product, clearly itemizing the benefit of this product that help your own body to grow and give you health and well-being. Remember, our mission primarily is to connect a patient to a doctor. That's our primary mission. And the second one is to make products available that are based on homeopathic dispensation. Homeopathic, which means home, which is hormone, man, pathic is treatment, right? That bring relief to all of us. So the best of nature infused with best of plant, which is called plant-based therapy. With this plant-based therapy, people are able to gaining a lot. We have a baby who is about 2 weeks old, who was crying quite a lot. And the mom said, "Oh, my baby is not sleeping." I said, "Okay, why don't you try the blanket? Why don't you try the device?" Who was suffering from a lot of colic. Now, 4 months on, the baby sleep like a baby. As a baby should sleep. So we're not only dealing with adults, we're dealing with a lot of different ones that can really and truly benefit in terms of what this product are presented to all of us today. So this is what so is having an environment that resonates, environment that tranquil, using all the technology that will reduce radiation. So radiation reduction, good sleep, quality food, exercise, and the fourth and the fifth one and the sixth, seventh one was all about taking a lot of rest. So all of these are very, very important for our body, and this is what MediLive promotes to all our audiences around the world. Hence, when we are selling online, we have a purpose, we have a strategy, we have a structure. Then we also take a break, like the one we did earlier, and we also hydrate ourselves.
Thank you, Lema. We have Lema da Silva, a motivational speaker, following the broadcast. Thank you so much for following and for connecting with us from Facebook, a fellow motivational speaker and a great speaker. And now we're going to cover the next step, right? Which is the 5-step, the last step of 5-step, how to present your products online. So what would be, in your view, the very 5th step, the last step that every single speaker out there, everything speaker should take in consideration when they're presenting the products online?
Well, this is very, very important. Remember how we started is point number one, the rule number one is having a good product or service. That's rule number one. Rule number two, remember rule number one, because that's the only way you can state it clearly. Rule number three, remember rule number one, because that's the only way you can hydrate. Rule number four is remember rule number one. Have product that can harmonize you with your environment. And rule number five is be healthy. And that takes you back to rule number one. So for the whole audience around the globe who are listening to this or who may listen to this at a later date, is what we find that is important, that is relevant, is having the right product. See, they're calling me for another interview. This is actually from Kenya, I think.
Wow.
So this is what is actually happening. So yes, we've been able to do well in terms of what MediLive does, in terms of how MediLive. But we're not just doing well because we have a good product, we have good services, and also we have good audiences who are actually following exactly what we're doing. More importantly, what we are providing to the audiences are beneficial to them. They can gain from it. But the other thing I'd just like to highlight even before, remember earlier I said to you we have CMA approval, right? CMA stands for Complementary Medical Association. They are responsible for accrediting products and services of MediLives. We got this accreditation through.
Congratulations.
A month ago. They are like, in England and many parts of the globe, you have what is called GMC, right? General Medical Council. You have BMA, yeah, British Medical Council. In America, you also have the GMC, General Medical Council of America. All the different parts of the globe. These people oversee the activities of doctors and other healthcare professionals, particularly doctors, within their jurisdiction. This is what this organization does. But CMA deals with and regulates the activities of complementary or alternative products and services, organization that will be working under the supervision of CMA, which means that gives it credibility and quality that it deserves. They recognize our product. They have accredited our training. What do we provide in training? Well, we train doctors and nurses and other medical professionals on anatomy and physiology. What impact they have on radiation, what impact they have with our sleep, what impact they have that they resonate with our body. So many of the people delegate who are actually training with us are medical doctors, they are nurses, because they are learning new things or have our body function. That is not just about writing formula, H2O times this, you get a long formula, because that's not useful to the human body. What is useful to the human body is things that are based on nature, the best of nature infused with the best of science, creating things that we mentioned earlier, having a good product. So CMA is an umbrella body that can oversee the activities of what every organization like MediLive does. And if you are out of line, they will bring you back in line. But it's a regulatory body that monitors and works alongside with the traditional medicine. Because traditional medicine, let's face it, is MediLive against traditional medicine? Never may that be.
Why? It's a complement, right?
No, we complement, right? We complement the work of the doctors and pharmacists. So wherever they can know where there are gaps, we fill in those gaps. For example, If somebody, God forbid bad thing, somebody just driving, they had an accident, okay, and they're bleeding. You're not going to say to them, oh yeah, put on your dome or put on your device. No, we're not going to say that. It's okay, yeah, you can use a blood cloth, to actually stop that and stop the bleeding, bandage it up and all the rest of that. Then your dome will come in to alleviate and reduce the pain. Recently, Fortini had a fall, right? Just about 3-4 weeks ago.
Wow.
Really bad. And she injured her, her hands. So I said, why don't you use your bioresonance device and put it on pain? She said, okay. She programmed me, she put it on pain. Within 2 days, the pain disappeared. She came back to the clinic, said, look at my hand, everything restructured. Then she sent me a message, said, look, we got the best product around the globe, right? Initially, yes, she could have taken,
pills or
painkillers, but that painkiller may perpetuate. But to provide permanent and long-lasting solution, she just used her device and no side effect whatsoever. So situation where we are not able to use the devices, then we use the traditional approach. We use the ibuprofen, right? Side by side, they will work alongside. Just the analogy I normally use is this. People say to me, oh, bioresonance or frequency medicine or all of this are going to replace the traditional medicine. I say, never. It's not going to happen. It's like when the internet came, email came along, does it replace the post office? No. Because absolutely. There are roles and there are services that all of them will
coexist.
Coexistence. So you're taking the word into my mouth, and this is really good. So these are some of the products that we have, and the way we market them is we have the good product with message, with clarity. We make sure we use what we promote by hydrating ourselves. Our environment are free from a lot of toxins and pollution and radiation, and of course we have other products that can actually help us to make and enjoy our sleep from time to time.
How about this one? We haven't talked about this one. This is a detox, and this one we have here.
That's a cardware.
Yeah. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, so what can we do with these two?
This one is for people who got a heart situation.
Okay, this one is for heart issues, right?
People who got heart issues. And this one,
what is it made of?
It's made up of supplementary fat, which is actually helping people to.
So basically, with fat, healthy fat, right?
Yeah, it helps to resonate with your body and optimizes your breathing.
This one has aloe vera and ginger, right?
Yeah, aloe vera, ginger,
natural
that helps people to actually reduce their own toxicity as part of the toxins. And very recently we have just about 2 months ago,
COVID test.
We now have the COVID test.
There you go. If you're flying and you need a quickly COVID test, this is also, you can find it in MediLive, www.medilives.com marketplace. That
Marketplace at medilive.co.uk.
Okay.
So I hope the audience, Harry, have been benefited.
There's a great benefit, and then we want to ask you one question. As a motivational speaker, as a trainer, as a presenter, do you ever experience fear of public speaking? When was the first time that you spoke on the stage? Or you just were born with this training speaker that you are? You were talking about someone that have been a trainer for more than 20 years. Of speaking on the stage all over the world. And do you ever experience fear of public speaking, or you just went for it?
Yes, it's quite interesting, the question you asked me. When
you don't even remember the first time you went.
No, I did. I did remember. Yes, because it's like the debate. Leaders, are they born or are they made? Right. So I believe that leaders are made. They go through.
Me too.
Yeah. They go through a lot of exercises. They go through a lot of downfall, a lot of uprisings, and rise up. And so, as a I don't actually use the word motivational speaker. I use the word inspiring speakers, because
That's much better.
Motivation comes from within. When somebody speaks and they inspire you, then you're motivated to act. That's why I don't use the word motivation.
Exactly. Motivation comes and goes.
Correct.
But when people are inspired, they go forward
for a long time.
Yeah, very good.
Now, as a speaker, inspiring speaker, I learned all of this over many, many years. You can have what is called stage fright, right? You're afraid of the audience. Yeah, I remember when I met you back in 2019, Harry. Yeah, I was good enough, but not as good as I am today.
I have to say that today you're fantastic. Yeah. Honestly, one of the greatest presenters in the planet.
The reality is there are a lot of nuggets I picked up from you and Lily, right? Like online, Lily will always say, look at the camera. You would say to me, raise your voice. Yeah, let people hear it. So I put in all of these nuggets together because I am CWIP. Yeah, as a speaker. What does that mean? Continual work in progress. Good leader, good speaker must always be willing to learn.
Exactly.
Right? Listen to other people. Somebody said to you, oh, Dr. Sunny, you know what you said, this. It wasn't quite good. Okay. How can I improve on it? Don't just throw it away to say, oh, yeah, I'm always the best. No, you're not always the best. Learn from other people because they see things that you don't see. They hear things that you have not heard. In that process, you have to take a deliberate effort to sharpen your arcs of speaking.
Yeah, and I have to congratulate you. I had the pleasure, I think it was 1 or 2 weeks ago, that Dr. Sonia Ahonsi invited to our Zoom call. He said, Harry and Lily, can you come and speak? I'm doing a Zoom meeting, right? And we thinking it's going to be 10 people, 20 people. Over 350 people were showing up. It was a very, very large broadcast.
That's the one they're calling me now.
And that's the one they're calling you now, right?
Yeah.
And I had to say that that you handled the whole training very well, considering there was 350 people there. And to keep everybody, the audience engaged and all the speakers and everything, it was fantastic. So remember everyone, right? Like, so when you have this Zoom, this broadcast, that you have 300 people joining, so which one you are actually more scared? Speak in front of 300 people live or speak in front of 300 people online? Scared is not a word. Let me rephrase it. What you are more comfortable with, despite that you can deliver both of them?
Well, put it this way, now I can speak in any stage, any audience, whether online,
offline. If 300 people show up, it's okay.
If you put me before Joe Biden, before Boris Johnson, you put me before,
300 people online.
300 people online, 3,000, 1 million. I will be exactly the same as I am. So, what I will encourage the listener to do if they wish to become, we encourage you to, sign up for the Speakers and Leader platform. Believe me, they will help you. It doesn't matter whether you've been speaking for the last 300 years, but you're still going to pick up a lot of nuggets, a lot of points. That point could be a dominant point in terms of your own presentation. Like Lily will always say, look at the camera. Okay, but before this time, we're only speaking face to face, studio audience, right? But now with the advent of, Zoom, with the advent of COVID, now we need to be able to sharpen the art of speaking online. I think one of the exercise today, Harry, you and I have actually done the rehearsal even before I came onto the podium, and that has sharpened my eyes. And let me tell you, the experience I've gained today is going to be a live living experience that will remain with me into the very distant future, that I will continue applying as a result of Speakers Are Leaders. Remember what I defined the leaders to be earlier, right? This is truly, Harry, what you and Lily are doing. You are really leaders, because leaders are those who do for other people what they cannot do for themselves. You are educating people selflessly, even without any money. No, I have not paid you a single penny since I've been coming to your your leadership program. But I want to be in a position now to say, okay, let me give back and reward you guys as well at the same time. So it takes it to tango.
So now, thank you very much.
Now let's take it in science. There's what is called oxytocin. What does that mean? When you do good for other people, you have the hormonal effect that you're given, and you are happier. Even other people that listen to that, they're also happier in terms of what they have seen. Just to relate an example of, I saw Tosin. A guy lost his wallet. No, his wallet dropped in the Manhattan, in New York, very recently. And the guy actually picked it up, chased after the guy, and gave it to the guy who actually lost the wallet with some dollars in it. And he didn't even have money. This guy was like a beggar on the street. He didn't have money, but he felt so great. And the owner of the wallet offered him some money which was even bigger than what he would have actually taken by himself if he had done the other way around. And he said he felt so good that for the whole day, that was a moment of his life. And that was actually even greater. The other guy who was on the street looking over to what is actually to the drama of what was happening, he himself felt so great. And he said to him, so there are still good humanity on the planet. He said, I'm proud of you. And he also rewarded him with some financial incentive as well. So doing good for other people, which what you and Lily are doing, I'm sure you have the happiness, but the practical terms you also need to be funded. So when you join, you're part of Speakers and Leaders. You also receive a reciprocal financial and other education experience reward in the process.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sonia. That's been fantastic. And I had to say that if you haven't joined the broadcast yet for MediLives, right? All the informations are in the MediLives social media. And I can tell you that it's an amazing presentation. You can find there sometimes 250 people, sometimes 350 people, and it's in a space that has been broadcast really professional. I am a witness of that because I've seen it myself. Really very professional, and like I said, you have become, Sonny, with all honesty, one of the king of online presenting because the frequency that you are doing this presentation and the quality that you are giving to a society in terms of communicating effectively the benefits and products of MediLives. Remember, some of you, if you want to learn about the base of technology, you can still get the book, World-Changing Blockchain Opportunity from Sonia Ahonsi, and you can have a better understanding how technology works today. And one day you will be able to grab a piece of technology and put it together like he has done with a product or service and create something amazing. I think that, for example, Uber, it was like a taxi company. They put a piece of technology, and now they are a worldwide company.
Correct.
So basically, what you do is you put the hospital, you add a piece of technology.
Correct.
And now we are in a different dynamics. What we call it today, MediLife. Not only connecting doctor with patient from your pocket, but also have a number of service of products that are complementing the health system that we currently have today. So the MediLife will coexist with the solution that already exist, but we bring you an extra benefit to solution that right now the traditional medicine are not providing for us, right? So here, this is to the end of the broadcast. Remember,
let me just finalize on this.
Finalize it, yeah.
Let me just make my final point. And this final point is MediLive is doing two things. Number one is about connecting patient to doctors, technologically enhanced product available, training doctors and nurses in a new way of how to look after our own body, functional medicine in the process. But one thing which is so important, when we are designing the whole ecosystem of MediLive, we want everybody to benefit. Whether you are a doctor, how do you get paid? Well, you carry a consultation with a patient, the patient pays, then we pay the doctor, and MediLive also. It's like Uber, right? The driver pays Uber, and Uber provide the platform and the services. And the second one, or which is very, very profound, is that because there are a lot of young people in different parts of the globe. In fact, this was actually the birth child of your idea, Harry. You said to me, why don't you create a system whereby people can benefit financially at the same time? And that's exactly what we've done. On the MediLive marketplace, you can actually register yourself. And what does that do? What benefit do you gain from that? The benefits are enormous financially. What that does, MediLive has the marketplace, MediLives, right? That's what happens. MediLive has a marketplace. Okay? Now, then MediLive now create marketplace for Sunny, marketplace for Harry, marketplace for Lily, marketplace for John, marketplace for Ahmed, yeah, all these people. When you're buying from MediLives, then all these people get paid as well, a proportion, 1%, 2% of what you're actually doing. So you just imagine in 3, 4, 5 years time, you're going to have team of promoter of MediLives all over the world, and they get paid as somebody buys the dome on the MediLive platform. Somebody buys the Joe Glens. Somebody buys the detox. Somebody buys the bioresonance, the cardio, the water, the blanket, and everybody gets paid in the process. Why? Well, we're saying rather than we paying the money to televisions and radio, why don't we pay to you? Because you are able to send a link, invite a friend to become a customer, to become a beneficiary of the MediLive ecosystem. So you can go onto that MediLive platform today, just simply register your account, open your account, send that link to somebody else. Then you are creating a sub marketplace for yourself. 4 or 5 years time, you can be staying at home in the comfort of your own home. Money, all your clients are buying and selling on the MediLive platform, and everyone not only gaining optimization of your health, but also optimization of your pocket. Isn't that really amazing?
Amazing. So basically, every time that if you go to a movie, you like that movie, so you tell your friends, look, this movie is amazing. So with MediLive products, if you experience one of them and you think that is bringing a huge benefit to you, you can tell your friends, and the good thing is that you can get reward financially for this. So it's a system not only for to bring a solution to a marketplace, but also for you to have an alternative income if you are at home, and by recommending the products that work for you, the products that actually you using it, you're comfortable, and like, why not? Like, for example, Lily have used it, and is taking with she's so happy with the product that is telling every single body that comes around, and even to my family, we're gonna buy some of these ones for my dad, my mom, and so on. And all that is because the product create a huge benefit on her. She experienced it, and that's why she's happy to tell the friends and the family, right? Now, it could be for you that you are at home, you can experience the products, and they have a huge benefit for you and you want to extend it to your family or friends, the good news is that you will be rewarded for it also. So in that note, thank you so much, Sonny, for being in the broadcast. You have fun? Yeah, good. We have fun, and today we were discussing 5 steps to present your product online. Remember, step number 1, have a good product.
And service.
Step number 2, speak clearly. Step number 3, be hydrated. Drink some water.
Take a break.
Step number 4, being a good friend of mine. Think positively, and for that, you need to use products and service that actually get away the radiation from your home. And step number 5, you want to be a great presenter, a great speaker, and present your products online. The most important asset a human being can have is be healthy, because when you're healthy, you can make more money, you can have more friends, you can do anything you want in life. And with that note, thank you so much, Sonny, for having you here.
Thank you.
Pleasure. And we are looking forward to see you next time in a more broadcast about how you too can be more healthy and how you too can bring a great benefit to society.